Hi friends, it's Mr. Mark and Grace. You're here, we're here. Let's spend some time together. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. I cherish the time that we get to spend together. Cherish is a word that means to hold something dear. And today we are going to explore what we cherish, what we hold dear. And we're going to get to find out what's in the box that Grace brought. Would you like to find out what's in the box? I want to know what's in the box. Let's sing the song. What's in the box today? What's in the box today? What's in the box today? Tell us, tell us, tell us, please. What's in the box today? And in the box today, there are 3 paper hearts. And there's writing on the other side of those hearts. But we're going to wait and explore what's on those hearts in a few minutes. Remember, we've kind of been in the middle of a 2-part series on patience, which brings us back to our Bible story. We have to pick up where we left off. We had a cliffhanger for the first time in Together Time history. But first we have to sing the song. Okay, here we go. This is the Bible, the book of God's love. This is the Bible, the book of God's love. This is the Bible, the book of God's love. Written by people inspired from above. Oh, this is the Bible, the book of God's love. And we're going to pick up this story where it left off, and we need you to do the exact same thing that you did last time. So, when we say wait or waited, your response is patience, patience. The best is yet to come. Let's try that together. Here we go. Patience, patience. The best is yet to come. You've got it. Let me get my readers. Listen to me, watch Grace, and here we go. Okay, so if you remember last time, Joseph was listening to the Pharaoh talk about this dream that he was having about these 7 healthy cows that had just been eaten by 7 skinny, sickly cows. Here's where we pick it up. Wow, that's a pretty weird dream. Well, the 7 fat cows, Joseph said, mean that Egypt will have plenty of food for 7 years. That's great news, said Pharaoh. But Joseph said, wait, patience, patience, the best is yet to come. There's more. The 7 skinny, sick cows mean there will be 7 years of very little to eat. So during the 7 good years, you better save up enough so when the 7 bad years come along, there will still be enough food to eat. Pharaoh put Joseph in charge of saving as much food as possible. When people said things were great, there was plenty of food, what was Joseph worried about? He said, just wait. Patience, patience, the best is yet to come. Sure enough, 7 years came where there was very little food to harvest. Thanks to Joseph, because Egypt saved up during the good years, no one went hungry. But other countries were going hungry. One family came to Egypt to ask for food. Guess who it was? Joseph's own brothers. It had been a long time, so long that they didn't even recognize him. When Joseph revealed who he was, they were very afraid. The brothers had taken his coat, thrown him into a pit, and sold him to Egyptian traders. Now that he was powerful, surely he would want to get even. Joseph told his brothers, go back and get our father. I'll wait. Patience, patience, the best is yet to come. They went back and got Jacob and brought him to Egypt. Everyone was so happy to see each other. They cried and hugged and smiled. Joseph invited them to all live out their days with him, where they would never go without anything they could ever need. But wait, patience, patience, the best is yet to come. There's a little bit more. Joseph's brothers still felt very guilty about what they had done. But Joseph told them not to worry. What you intended for harm, the Lord has turned into good. Because I was here in this exact place, at this exact time, I was able to save all of Egypt, and I was able to help my family. It was a very difficult journey, but it was worth the wait. Patience, patience, the best is yet to come. You know, that story is there's got so much going on. You know, Joseph interprets that dream of the Pharaoh and tells the Pharaoh to save up. So there'll be 7 years of good where you'll have plenty, and to save up during that time for those 7 years where it's going to be really hard. And you know, I bet some of you may be thinking, but Mr. Mark, you know, that we're in a hard time right now. That story would have been really good 7 years ago. We could have really used that story then. Then we could have stored up for these hard times that we're in right now. But let me ask you something. Wasn't that the happiest part of the whole story when Joseph and his brothers and his dad, his whole family was together again and they were happy? Yeah. Did that happen during the 7 years of plenty? No. They happened during the years where there were hard times. Something about that brought them together. Now, here's what I want to ask you. You know, we think about that story as saving up for the hard times. What if right where we are right now and who we are right now, God is calling us to store up good things right now? Now, I'll be the first to say, a global pandemic is not a good thing. It's a bad thing. People being sick is a really bad thing. So it doesn't make us more faithful to find the blessings in something like a global pandemic. And yet, there are things happening right now that if we looked at them closely, maybe we cherish. And now it's time to bring back out the box and those hearts. And I told you there were things on those hearts. One of them is empathy. We have more empathy in the world right now than I can ever remember. Empathy is more than just feeling sorry for when someone's going through something. Empathy means feeling with them. It means trying to imagine what they're going through. And you know, the entire world is going through something right now. Now, we're all different, and we all experience it differently. But no matter how stressed someone's getting or angry someone might get right now, I kind of look at that and, yeah, I can understand. I bet I know where some of that stress is coming from. I feel with you, and we're going through it together. What if we stored up more empathy right now? Ooh, here's another one. Connection to nature. There are fewer cars on the road right now. I have heard more birds than I can remember in a long time. The skies are bluer. There are places in the world where people are able to see mountains that they haven't been able to see because of the smog. There are oceans and seas and places where dolphins and whales are swimming that they haven't been seen in years. I'm feeling more connected to nature than I have in a long time. Surely that's a good thing. And how about this? Quality time. You know, I talked to so many families before we were in this stay-at-home and shelter-in-place situation who would always say, oh, I wish we could spend more time together as a family. We're so busy. We're running from this place to that game to that recital, this assignment, work, business trips. We don't ever get to sit down as a family. We're getting to sit down as a family more now. Doesn't that feel good? What if we really cherished a few of these unexpected blessings? And later on, when we're able to get through this, we don't go back to the way things were, but we look forward to the way that things can be. And here's what I'd like us all to do. You can do this at home. Think about something that's happening right now that you cherish. Cut out a heart. Write that down on the heart and put it on the refrigerator, put it up on the sink where you brush your teeth, put it somewhere where you can see it so that when we do get through this, you can remember that you have stored up things like empathy, like care for nature, like the cherishing quality time, so that when we go forward to this new way, we'll carry some of these things with us because they matter too. You know, God gives us more than we can ever possibly need. It's our responsibility to see those blessings and to share them. And that reminds me of a song. You may know it. It's called Deep and Wide. It goes like this. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Let's all sing that together. Here we go. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Taking a deep breath. For our prayer experience, let's practice thinking about the things that we cherish, what we hold dear. Think about something that you've experienced in the last few weeks that you really like, that's better. And I want you to write that down on your hand. And I want you to rub it into your heart. Store it there in your heart. Hold it there. Hold it dear in your heart. So that when we do get through this, and we will get through this, you will have some good things stored up. Taking another deep breath. So friends, before our closing song, Gracie and I are going to take some days off from together time. We're going to use that time to to think, to rest, and to reflect, and also to ask you to either write in Facebook or on in email, where a lot of you are getting our Together Time videos, and let us know, are there things that you want to talk about? Are there things that you want to celebrate, or things that you're worried about or sad about that you would like us to address in a future Together Time? And we'll do that. And so this time off will give us a chance to look at those and really hold those in our hearts so that we can all explore these important things that we care about and things that you care about, and we can do it together. We love you, and we want you to know that we really are in this together, and we value you, and we value what you have to say about this. Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid.
God is with you.
God is with you.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
God is there.
God is there.
Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid.
God is with you.
God is with you.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
God is there.
God is there.
Bye, friends.